Hello. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a first Descendant stream on the YouTubes. I am the demi-human supremacist. How are y'all doing today? I believe that, I believe ontologically that furries are inferior to demi-humans, and this fact should be stated. We must worship the superior species among us, and we shall no longer cower to our pagan furry gods. Anubis is not, it is not the true god. It is actually a demi-human, you know? A little tiger girl with cute little cat ears, you know, but human features everywhere else. Maybe a tail. That's it. Yes, those are the true ones, the true superior species. I am farming the game for the gooning gods. We must fight in the asylum, people. We must never surrender our right to be right. I don't know. I gotta pick my reward a bit better, to be fair. I don't know which one of these I actually want to get. I guess the ultimate Ajax Spiral Catalyst would be useful. I think I don't have that, so I'm gonna turn my lights off though real quick. Yeah, everyone. Let's do the mission. Congratulations. I've got my old bunny just in the asylum, ready to plow through people. Look at that shit. It's all dying. Well, now they aren't. Now they are. I got electrical condense. They buffed electrical condense. And then they nerfed fucking like her main mod that was like her boss mod. That kind of sucks. So, but hey, it still works. And as long as it just works, you know, then we're fine. We're Gucci even. Where we gotta go? Yeah, I gotta get this gun to level 40. Level it up again, and then add more mods to it, so I can level it up to 40 again. That is like, one of the things with this game is you cannot have this be your only game. The grind is too insane for this to be your only game. Right? So like, I'm playing Doom Eternal. I need to start streaming games more, to be fair. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, there we go. I was like, what? I turned my brain a little too far off today. Like, the entire point of this game is that you can turn your brain off, but like, goddamn, brain, you're supposed to still somewhat have some thinking cap on. Man, I gotta get like a thinking cap like version, or it's like, I'm thinking like just put like on a like a MAGA hat, be like, this is my thinking cap. I'm not really like pro Trump, I'm just not anti Trump, so it's like thinking cap, like it's just like a meme kind of thing. But yeah, I think that would be kind of funny. But yeah, I basically, like, I call myself Trump skeptical, right? Like, hey, you know, the dude's okay, but like, you know, some of those policies I don't disagree with, and some of them I do not disagree with. So it's like, hey, the ones I agree with, like, hey, Papa Johnny, the rigatoni, right? Then it's like I disagree with them. It's like, oi, Anthony, do your fucking job. You know, like, the most racist Italian stereotypes ever. Yeah, bibbidi bobbidi boob. And then, like, when I'm mad, it's like, hey, Donald Trump, you're despicable. You're a rat. You're a wise guy, eh? Yeah. And that's like my thing. Like, that's just every president, really, though, in my opinion. I haven't had one that's all good or all bad. But, like, people want you to act like they're all good or all bad, apparently. Like, you must pick a side. I'm like, I'm not picking a side. Like, there's no reason to pick a side. I pick a side on each individual issue, right? Like, I don't need to pick a side on, you know, people. I need to pick a side on sides, right? Like, hey, look, you know, this individual issue, right? Like gun control, I'm against it. Like, just, no, fuck that shit. Guns are a human right. You have the human right to own a device to protect you and your family and your home. Right? Get that shit out of my fucking legislation, right? But then it's like, you know, then it's like, right, like, but like that's a side, right? That's a side I believe in picking. Individual policies. But it's like left and right, like, but some of the left policies are dumb and some of the right policies are dumb. I'm not picking a side there. I'm talking about individual issues. You know, like that's where the sides have more merit or less merit, right, than one another, is individual issues. Unless you mean like the Democratic Party, in which case then, yeah, absolutely. Recently, some Republicans have been way better, although they are all former Democrats. I will say that Donald Trump and Tulsi Gabbard and Elon Musk are all former Democrats. So, if we're really going to say it, should that be center then? Right? Because they were Democrats and now they're not. And like the worst Democrats are former Republicans, like Liz Cheney. So, really, I mean, really, you know? Maybe it's just not that, maybe it's not really you know, a sides issue so much as it is a individual people's issue. And the reason why you know, Liz Cheney was outed from the Republican Party is you know, they wanted to I don't know. Is Liz Cheney a dude? Liz Cheney. If that's a dude, that's Liz Cheney. Like what? Elizabeth Cheney is a dude, like, I think, right? Like, isn't that a dude? So apparently there's a dude named Liz Cheney. I'm supposed to take that seriously. Like, at least most, like, you know, trans people give themselves a fucking effeminate name. Like this is like, hey, how you doing? My name's Teresa. My name's Samantha. Hey, like, it's not Sam, it's Samantha. Like, what? Like, you're a dude named Samantha? And you're not like trans or nothing. You're just a dude named Samantha. Like, yeah, like, that's wild. Like, then again, like, so is like, what was it, Winnie the Pooh, right? When we were younger. And what was it with like old men and women's names? They had Winifred and men named you have men named Winifred, you had men named fucking, like, what was it, Jamie, right? Like, you know what I'm saying, right? Like, what the... Like, at least in Spanish, it's like, okay, Julia is girl, Julia is girl, Julio is guy, right? Julia is girl, Julio is guy, right? Like in Spanish, they make it easy, right? You can be named after a month, but like you still have, you know, people might be like, well, what about non-binary? I'm like, yeah, fair, but like, you know what non-binary is, right? Non-binary is it is basically you say like I always say, you say Latino, right? Like you say, just say it twice, right? And there you go. Like Latina y Latino, like that's a better fucking word than Latinx. You know what I mean? Like it says the same concept, right? Because you're actually non-binary, right? You're basically either you're either Latina y Latino, right? Both, or you're no Latina y Latino, right? It's either you're both or you're neither, right? Right? That's what non-binary would mean. So like the whole idea of changing the language and inventing words is stupid. Because that's really the thing, right? Like non-binary as anything more than both and neither is stupid. Like it's already like it's already just a mental thing anyway, right? Like, I used to identify as non-binary at one point, and I was like, yeah, I'm just not really that. That's not really what it is, right? And it's like fair to people who do still have like, and I like because that's the thing, right? I think it is just a confusion and like just a lack of identifying with any particular social, like it's basically you play with Barbie dolls and you also play with action figures is non-binary basically, right? Like it's a dumb concept because like you're not really identifying as anything like that's like new, but at the same time it's stupid to hate because like it's not really anything bad. Like no one transitions to be non-binary, for example, right? I mean, maybe people do, and in which case that's stupid. Because that's another thing. That's also dumb. Why were you transitioning? You don't need a transition. There's nothing to transition into. Right? Like maybe that happens, but like that makes no fucking sense to me either. Like, you know what I mean? Like the whole thing with it, right? It's not that I think that the concept makes no sense. It's that like the dialogue people have around it, both positive and negative, makes no sense. And the idea of forcing languages to change makes no sense. And this is the thing, like I have plenty of Hispanic friends and most of them disagree with that shit. I have a Hispanic friend who's literally will say like I'd rather be called, and then she'll say a literal fucking slur than Latinx. And I'm like, oh, like I can't say what she says basically. But like she and this is a trans Hispanic woman, okay, that I know. So she's trans and she's like, oi, I'd rather, and then she says, I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, don't say that word around her. And that's why I'm saying, like, even with non-binary, I'd say, like, shouldn't we just use the language that already exists, right? Which would be either no, like either it would be both or neither, right? So no, right, would imply that it's not, right? So you put no at the beginning to imply it's not, right? And E, right, the Y, E is pronounced E, would be both, right? So if you're a both, right, you would be A and O, right? You would just say the word with A and the word with O. And if you're neither, you would say no to it, right? Like I feel like the neither would get complicated with some words like no Latina y Latino, like that could also just mean you're not you're not from Latin America, right? That's a thing. I chose a dumb example because of that. But you know what I mean, right? Like even within the language we couldn't do it, and that's why the whole Latinx thing was always stupid to me. Because you didn't need to change the language. It already existed there. You just say two words instead of one. Like it's the same thing. Like that. This is why like it made no sense with the Dragon Age Veilguard shit. There's already a term. It already exists. It's already in the game. And the worst part is like the mother was accepting, and they tried to say she was a bitch. Like it's not that like the daughter didn't get that the mother was accepting. It's not that you had to, you know, like accept the daughter. It's that you had to act like the mother was a bitch. The mother wasn't a bitch though. The mother was literally trying to understand her kid, and you could never say that, and it's stupid because it's literally what was happening though. You saw it happen, and you couldn't say this thing you saw happen in front of your eyes happened. That was the dumbest part about that. You know what I mean? Like I didn't play it, to be fair. I just saw the scene. Maybe there's some context I'm missing, but I don't think there is. Considering that a lot of trans people covered it negatively too, I don't think there is. I think like everyone hates that game for how shit it was, for a good reason. It's just a really bad representation of trans people. Maybe you know what? It's not a bad representation of trans activists. Trans activists are fucking scum of the earth. They're just Karens pretending to be trans and effectively like ruining the community, right? And like half of them are pedophiles too. It's like Ava, Chris Tyson, Finster. We don't need you to be trans. We need to be in a jail cell or 6 feet under. Let's 86, you know, and you know, let's do you know, instead of licking your kids 6, lick your kids 86, you know. Well, not your kids 86, just like yourself 86. You know. You know what 86 means? It means 80. It means 80 feet away and 6 feet under, right? 80 feet over and 6 feet under. That's what 86 means. 80 over and 6 under. That's what it means. For those who are wondering, it's a mafia term. It's sort of like, you know, there's people who legitimately don't know that a lot of these terms come from the mafia too. You know that? Like, there are people who legitimately don't know that. And I'm like shocked every single time. It's like when people like try to say we don't want to play spades like we're in jail. I'm like, dog, where do you think fucking spades was invented? They say I don't want to play liar's dice like I'm a criminal. Where do you think it came from? Like, it's literally in Pirates of the Caribbean, but like it came from in real life from a similar aspect. Like all these games come from criminals except for like chess and shit, right? And it's because it's, you know, that they don't like, you know, they don't have much. This is what they do. They're in a jail cell, right? Like any of these modern card games that are like adult card games, they come from jail. And the reason is because that's what they got.
Welcome to the Marshall's Lab.
You know they don't have like a rummy set or anything. They got cards. You know, so that's what they do. And it's not like, you know, it's bad or anything. It's just goddamn. All right, so Haley is not being farmed right now. What the fuck happened to Haley? Did they move her again? God damn it, Haley. Haley. All right, so 17. I didn't get any fucking. Oh. Come on, Haley. What the fuck you doing to me, bitch? Get your ass back in here. Where's she at? 17. There you go. Acquisition info. Oh, oh. Yeah, like goddamn. Ellie's being legitimately annoying right now to farm. Ah. I got so many descendants, and then like Haley is like a one I want, and then like she's not even meta anymore. Like the new one is the meta. Haley's like, you know what Haley is? Haley is like you know, um, like the new Ohana. It means everybody gets left behind and eventually forgotten. Fucking New Stitch fucking sucks. That is the worst fucking remake ever. Yeah, lesson found. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just super stupid. But like that's what we got. That's what we got. To do with. All right. Yep. Sure. Supernova. Yeah, true. To be fair, I do want some of those. Yep. I gotta see how many I need for the 300 missions too, to be fair. Ugh. I mean, I'm almost done that, you know? I literally need like a couple things done to get like everything the battle pass has to offer to. Well, as in like gear and stuff wise, right? Like I can still get like, I don't know, like adapters or whatever, some bullshit. But the main thing that's offered, like the cosmetics, I need like 60 tokens. So yeah, like I already have like most for like the one piece, and I need like a couple more for another piece, and that will be it. Yeah. Just zoom in, zoomy, zoomy, zooms. Yeah. You know, I feel like the worst part about these games is people take these games too seriously, like as a social game. I don't, right? What I do is I take these as a, hey, I played an actual game and now I want to turn my brain off game. So I feel like that's why I can like easily transition into any of these. And other people are like, oh, this game sucks, this game sucks, this game's pay to win, this game's pay to win. I'm like, I'm having a good time. I'm liking it. My brain's turned off, yes, but like that's why I like it, because you know I just got done playing like Black Myth Wukong. I want to play something easy. My brain doesn't have to work to play it. You know, like you ever like have that be like a thing where it's just like, why are y'all complaining? Like the game's brain dead. Like you're complaining on like you actually have skill in the game. This is a skill-less game. You play it because you can put some shit on your character and immediately just kill everyone because the game lets you. And then you're treating that, you know, as a different thing than what it is. Oh yeah, I got Duet Night Abyss. I think I'm gonna get in the beta again, so I gotta do that next, and then I'll actually play it this time with this for the story. I unfortunately wanted to just get into the concepts of like figuring out builds and stuff for when there was a second beta or launch. I did, so I'm gonna do that, right? I didn't get all the characters played or anything. All the characters though, because yeah. But yeah. Alright. Oil. Yeah, just yep. So, alright, well, I forgot that I need to equip the weapon I actually want to level up, so this might not go to 40. Yep. That's another thing. I also have, of course, you know, the ETA robot guy. Got him out today. He lasts till Monday now. Which is good because I got church tomorrow. So if he closed today, you know, yeah, I go to church. Wow. All right. Alright, well, fuck. These guys are deader than 295 if 2 raindrops fell. That is a joke people who do not live in New Jersey will not get. If you've never lived in New Jersey, you will not get that joke. If you live in New Jersey, you are mad because you know what I just said, and you hate that I'm right. And I will not explain it further. I work in mysterious ways, you know? Yep. Alright, Greg. Star-crossed. Shit. Greg, you're about to be destroyed harder than my bussy in a thing where bussies are destroyed, you know? Wow. Put some item. All right, and that should be 40. Yeah, okay, cool. Let's get this down. There we go. Now we have another mod we can put on. Let's see here. It's like recycling. Magazine. Okay, so that would be 83. I don't have enough for that. Fuck. I need 11 right now. But like anything with 11 just ain't gonna happen. Is there fire? What element is R? Toxin? That's not a good element. I need heat. Fuck that shit. Like this is stupid because like gets benefit from heat, and then like all the mods that use this are stupid for it. Like, this is a bad slot. I have to replace it to really make the most use out of it. Oh well. That's whatever. I'm used to it at this point. Like it's like it definitely doesn't have the modding philosophy of Warframe where if there's a pre-built slot, it usually has to do with mods that the developers pretty clearly think you'll use. Right? I feel like this is really the issue with most people have with the modding, right? The fact that this shit, right? The fact that this shit even like exists, right, is just bad. Also, yeah, I need to change that to fire. Chill is like not good. Not good. Oop. But otherwise, this gun's pretty much perfect. And because of that, I'm not really going to really change it for a while. This is, of course, the boss gun. So once I get it up again, right? This is obviously the last model. This isn't going to be the last model slot. This is like the most important. So like if you take this off, right? Maybe take this off. Oh no. Actually, we can take this off. And then magazine size. It's like we need the magazine size, right? Yeah. Whatever. And then we'll do recycle genius, right? Okay, never mind. Crit. Back to crit. I don't know what, because I don't know how that happened. But whatever. Anyway, so whoop whoop whoop. Right. Concentration priority. Engine shot. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be a good one then. That's the thing, right? So that'll put me at. So that'll put me at almost 40% crit rate. Yeah, it's not too bad. And only take 1,000 damage. Ooh. And I think like once they max it out, it'll be 40, right? Right, and then right. Let's do magazine. That's 72, and this is 53. Right, and then reload. So let's see, reload 49, reload focus 37. Okay, so yeah, these are just better. Another one. Now this one, to be fair, like this one, to be fair, does have like some merits, I guess, on this weapon. And like another one that I think would because there's another one I think could really work, right? This one, right? So you get this, right? And this one starts off slower, and like it within like 2 seconds, right? I think is how long it takes when it's fully upped, right? This one, so like you'll have less fire rate, but you'll get up to 60% extra attack, right? So right now, just the perspective, we have 93, so it'll be 153. So that'll be like a 50% extra damage increase just from that, plus a massive reduction in recoil, which will also counter this, and a fire rate buff of 40%. So it'll like just counter this and also do this. So like this is really like really good if you max it out. Right? If you max this out, this is like really good. I'd say. Because like you just have like a pretty rapid buildup of good stats. The issue is that it is not good if it is not like see 0.7, right? So right now, right, 761, right? So to be fair, that's with that. So like if I took this up, so that what that would do. So 571 and then minus 20%. This would work for a pretty decent margin of the magazine. Because it would only, it's like the Thunder Cage, it only lasts for like 3 rounds. This would last for basically 3/4 of the magazine. And that would be full fire rate and full recoil reduction, which by the way, right? By the way, yeah. Anyway, that would be a good special mod, I'd say. Yeah, I might do that actually. Um, because yeah. Oof. It's another thing. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Right. Hmm. So this is like the only issue. It replaces this, and that's more damage loss, right? If it was just put on, damn. But yeah. But so it's none of these ones really work for anything with this weapon except this one, I'd say. Mental focus would be better because this goes up to 150% attack and it sacrifices 10, right? But it uses like these ones, right? So right, you probably wouldn't replace your fire rate with it. The issue, so you basically get you know 15% instead of 20%, right? On fire rate. And it would just, you wouldn't need to stack it. The issue with this is you need over, so like you need to fire for 2 seconds, right? And you need so like that'd be 12 rounds basically about, and you need 150 rounds after that in the magazine. So you can clearly see the issue there, right? I don't think I have to show you, right? And then even if we go bop, that adds 60, right? So that would be barely enough to make this worthwhile, right? It would, however, grant us, right? It would grant us right, like it would grant us um a much higher fire rate buff though. I mean fire attack buff though, right? Because um instead of 60 it would be 150 right towards the end. But the issue is, so this one would take a couple seconds. This one would take it might actually take the same amount of time now I'm thinking about it, right? Because this would keep ramping up in the speed, but it wouldn't. I don't know, maybe. And this is while pulling the trigger though. So like this one, as long as you don't reload, right? So I believe with Glay, this one will actually be better. Like this one, actually, this is better. The issue is this is only better with Glay or like someone similar, right? But this is better because you do less fire rate, right? But you end up with 150% extra attack, which, of course, is more than double. Which means with Glay in particular, right? This is the Glay build. I will say this though, without Glay, I kind of just like this one. I think I just like this one better. To be fair, that's probably what it is. So yeah, that's what it is. Um. Mm-hmm. Right. And we also need that as well. Weak point sight. Right. Which is that? Oh, that's not gonna add anything. Shit. Hmm. Is there any crit special mods? Crit. Nope. Attack. I think the only thing we have here for like attack is, hey, fire conductor. Actually no, this is what I want. This is what I want for special. You know why? Because this is gonna be burning. It's gonna be burning because it already gets that effect from burn, right?
Well,
And
you're here for modules, right?
and when this is maxed out, right? It's only 26, right? But right when you combine it with this, right? Let's look at our little Vecty Wecty, right? So we get 7%, and we get up lower resistance to fire and stuff too. You know what? Really, I don't need though. I don't need that either. What I do need though is fire. Oh shit! Fire. Fire. Fire enhancement. There we go. And so
Ask me anything about
Right. Fire enhancement. Wow. That gives me 30% fire. And then fire. I'll do purple. I'll do adamantine. All right, so that would give us fire attack. No, that's definitely not one. Um, attack. Huh. What is the mod then? Module, general rounds and there and okay, multi-fire. What? Quit damage. Person fire. Fire priority. Where does this come from? Complete this and we get fire priority. Okay. Sounds fair to me. Got all these fucking mods too. I think. Okay, so I need to figure out where is so slower. Okay, so yeah, that's a thing. All right. So these aren't gonna work with that. Okay. It's ultimate. There's no chance in there, right? Yeah. Okay, ultimate, multi-processor. Dimension skill has 50%. Multi-sites. Multi-bullet, precision strike, overwhelm. Inflicting burn, fire attack plus 22.4 seconds. Right. That would be good, right? And then I just reduced the cooldown though, because that's better than this, to be honest. Um, but I think it's just gonna be the cooldown or the duration, not or the damage. So yeah. I gotta figure out what I would want to farm now. Finish with firing a firearm. Yada. And That's not too bad, I guess. But I don't know what would that give me, because the cooldown is already, you just defeat a single enemy and it reduces it by 10 seconds. So it like so like what would the thing be? Like, would it legitimately just massively increase its power? Because damn, that is actually good. Actually, I think I have a lethal finish somewhere. Let me see. Lethal finish. Yeah, I have it on everything besides Generon, so let me see like what it is on
If all modules were the same, I'd be out of a
on
job.
Greg. Let's see, lethal finish. Let's put this on there for right now. Nope.
Hey there, what can I help you with?
6. Okay. 60% crit rate. Which isn't a lot, but hey, it's not a little either. Like compared to like what I'm putting on now, right, is 39. And it's buffed me up to 27, so that would get me up pretty high. But no, that's not what I'm gonna use. I am still wondering if I'm gonna use, actually I might not, I might just not use one. Now I'm thinking about it. But if I did, it would be it would be mental. No, it would be what's it? Yeah, it would be this one. But yeah. Hmm. Yeah, it's just a bunch of shit right there. Ugh. Need to need to fix these cores a bit better too. Um, yeah, I'm on the new build, you know. We have though that I could still use. Um, hmm. Special forces. The fuck. That's funny as shit. The special forces. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's fire rate these two, right? And then I think I'm gonna have fire priority. This is the last one. Nah, I'm gonna have the gold. I'm gonna have the gold one. That's what I'm gonna have. Anyway. Hmm. Spent too much time dallying on that. Right. Share, sleep here, boom. I have to do some cardio again today. Well, I need to do it every day. So yeah, doing some cardio, kickboxing, followed by some running, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be Gucci. Gonna be Gucciarinos. So yeah. Anyway, see ya.